Girl waits 11 years to meet man who sent her gift box. Tyrel wanted to trust her, but the risks were very real. He'd heard so many stories of people being lured into dangerous situations this way. It was a far cry from the life he had always known, but Tyrel could not ignore his own heart. He knew he had to take a chance, no matter the consequences. Growing up in rural Idaho, Tyrel Wolf's dad was a rancher, while his mom was an active member of the local church. Tyrel spent most of his childhood outdoors with the family's animals. Family values were instilled into the Wolf kids from a young age, but Tyrel had always felt that his life held a deeper purpose. The family's local church actively provided gifts to families in need worldwide. The internationally recognized humanitarian group Samaritan's Purse helped with this. When Tyrel's mom asked him to join in the group's Christmas gift initiative, he was excited to help. However, he was confused when she handed him an old shoebox and called it the gift. Tyrel's mom soon cleared up the confusion. She explained that the Christmas box initiative was a way of delivering Christmas gifts and school supplies to children in need around the world. The shoebox was merely the packaging. Being free to fill the box with whatever he wanted, Tyrel was determined to make sure his box was extra special. The experience was exciting. After browsing the recipients with his mom, Tyrel selected a young girl from the Philippines from a large family who was around his age. Being able to do this for a child in need felt great. For some reason, Tyrel felt an instant connection to the girl and her family after seeing the photo. Knowing who his box was being delivered to, Tyrel filled it with as many gifts and trinkets as possible. He also placed a photo of himself inside it with a note and his home address written on the back. Saying a prayer, he wrapped the box and sent it off for delivery to the little girl. Jonah Marchan was the daughter of a Filipino pastor. Coming from a small village in the Philippines, she often dreamt of a life beyond her simple existence. The lives of people from countries like the USA had always seemed so glamorous and exciting on TV, and Jonah longed for one just like it. This felt impossible until one day, a box arrived. For Joanna, receiving her Christmas box was a magical experience. Learning that the person who sent it was an American boy around her age only added to this. Joanna cherished the thought of meeting him, but had no way of contacting him. Unfortunately, her life turned out very differently from how she had imagined it back then. Years later, the Christmas box and the boy who sent it were distant memories. Joanna's dissatisfaction led her to rebel from her traditional and spiritual upbringing. As a teenager, she ran away with a boy. When she realized she was trapped and needed to leave, he became abusive in many ways, and she feared for her life. Thankfully, Joanna did finally manage to escape. She was afraid of being shunned by her family for leaving. Instead, she was welcomed back and found that her father was just glad to have her home. Resolving to follow a new path, Joanna turned back to her childhood beliefs and placed all her faith in them. 11 years had passed, and Tyrel had forgotten all about the Christmas box. A young man of faith, he prayed to find a partner that held the same values. One day, he noticed a Facebook message from a Filipino girl and was overcome with emotion. She claimed to be the same girl he had delivered the gift box to. So many years had passed that Tyrel had no way of knowing if this was real. His parents were worried as many criminals used the internet to scam people. They warned Tyrel to be careful. After asking the mysterious girl to describe the box she had received, he knew for sure now that this was the same girl. The girl was able to show Tyrel the photo he had sent her. It was fate, and he could not believe that it really was her. The two chatted online every day for close to a year. Eventually, after navigating his family, who felt it was dangerous, Tyrel decided to go see her in person. After meeting Joanna and her family in person, the pair knew they were destined for each other. After a whirlwind romance in the Philippines, they stayed in contact until Tyrel could visit again. The second time, Tyrel faced a very tricky situation. Summoning up all his courage, he planned to ask Joanna's father for permission to marry her. Joanna's father eventually gave them his blessing, and the young couple married shortly after. Tyrel and Joanna now have a son. They continue to share their remarkable story through their popular vlog channel. Bound by their shared faith, the couple has become an inspiration to other romantics out there by proving that true love always finds a way.